everyone. Today we are going to talk about Regen Ben, also known as the Regenerative Business Economies Network. Okay, it's an acronym for Regen Ben. So basically where Regen Ben came from was, for years now, we've been in the regenerative space, talking with people. And one of the biggest challenges that we see is people feel really alone and disconnected from like the bigger regenerative movement going on, right? And so people have thrown around in a number of different circles, like putting together a map, putting together a database, trying to figure out how we can see how our work fits into the greater movement, right? And so we have been thinking about it, and finally we ran into a tool that would allow us to do this. Meet Regen Ben. Okay, so basically what we're doing with Regen Ben is we are able to map the impact entrepreneurs and their businesses of the regenerative movement. And so I am going to show you, actually, I will do a super fancy screen share, and I'm going to show you the map, and then I'm also going to show you how to get yourself onto the map. Okay. So let's see if I can share a screen. Okay, so now you can see this is Regen Ben, the Regenerative Business Economies Network. Okay, so there's a bunch of things that we can do this with this here. But this is honestly like really early on. So we're going to be adding lots of people in, lots of things. I'm super busy adding people all the time to this. So bear with us. So first off, one cool thing that you can do is you can look up people by their name. You can see it's alphabetical as the impact partners that we currently have in the system. Okay, the cool thing is that if you click on them, they're also linked to their organization. For example, Morag Gamble is linked to the Permaculture Education Institute. Okay, so that's one way that we can look at it. The other cool thing is as we get more and more people in the system, we can actually fill out this side of the screen with bios, with links they want to share, with other ways to get in contact with them, right? Even pictures and stuff. So we can really fill out profiles on here. Okay, so that's how we look at the impact entrepreneurs. We can also look up the businesses by their business name. And every business that we click on is going to be linked to the entrepreneurs, the founders, or who we put in the system bar, right? The entrepreneur is linked with the enterprise. Okay, so that's another thing that we can do. We here at Seeds of Tao really believe in bioregional relevance. And even if our business is global, we still are impacting our bioregion in a certain way and have certain opportunities for our specific bioregion. And so we wanted to be able to sort businesses by their bioregions. So, there's a lot of bioregions. So these are just the bioregions that we really have businesses in. We're using the oneearth.org bioregion mapping organization. But the businesses are linked to the bioregion, which is linked to the sub-realm, which is linked to the realm, right? So you're able to see the businesses in the bioregion so that you can further weave your work and increase your positive impact where you're at. Another thing that you can do is sort by Earth system. Some people's businesses specifically work in the hydrosphere or the lithosphere or the atmosphere or the biosphere, or the anthroposphere, which is the people, right? So that's another way that we can sort people. So you see other people that are also working in your Earth system. Also, we can look people up by service categories, business to business client, but also in relation to earth systems, people who have their boots on the ground and, are at the front lines, physically one of the earth systems, that would be a frontliner. Enablers are the people helping businesses or entrepreneurs to do what they're doing, like media companies, stuff like that. And then there is the builders, which are building the infrastructure for or with the people on the front. Donation platforms, quantifying environmental responsibility and contribution, right? That type of thing. Okay, so you can sort people that way. We can also sort people through enterprise stage if you want to see other people who are also in the validation phase, or other people who are accelerating their work, or other people who are systematizing. You can look that up there, as well as we can sort by industries and verticals depending on what industry or vertical your business is in. You can see other businesses and therefore other entrepreneurs in that space. And we're slowly but surely building out these two. These are less pertinent at this point, by enterprise structure and by use of business model. That's where you'll find like B Corps and things like that. So that is kind of a little super quick tour of Regen Ben. Now let's talk about how to get yourself on the map, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to do another screen share, and I'm going to do a screen share of our website, seedsofdao.com, TAO. Okay, so here is our home page. All right. A couple things to do with Regen Ben. Okay. If you come here, this is the links to the podcast episode where we introduced Regen Ben, more information about it, kind of a little picture about it. Right. So there's like some more details. But to get to let me move my little person here. To get to the actual map and be able to get on, you're going to want to go to the little person corner if you are already part of the community. If not, go to join the community. Okay, so I'm already logged in here. If you're not logged in, you can join the community. It'll have you fill out a little form. You'll get sent a password, and then you can come log in. So if I go to my library, this is the Regenerative Business Network. Regen Ben, it's the whole network, but we're talking specifically about the map, right? You've maybe seen this if you're in our community comments. This is all our free resources, the tape recordings, the masterclass recordings. I have a bunch of things on here. So if you go to Regen Ben, you will be able to see. It's going to think really hard first. Okay, so Regen Ben map. This is like the community. Kajabi, go away. Actually, it looks like I'm logged in as Josh. So, okay, it's loading. This is the community tied to the map, okay? So we have different circles, and we're going to be, as we get more people in certain bioregions, we're going to add circles for conversations based on those bioregions, which is super cool. And we need more people in here to make that effective. But here you can mess around with the map yourself. You can come in and check it out. It's kind of in a view mode, but let's go back to figure out how you get on here. Okay, so if you go back to the library and you're going to go into the commons. Okay, and then where is the course? Here we go. If you go to community dashboard and then community request form, have a community request form. This is for all kinds of things. Okay. See, you want to get on the Regen map, or I want to be on the podcast, or I have a community recommendation, or something about the think tanks, or something about the math classes or the course. This is a huge request form with lots of possibilities. So you would come to the Regen Ben map, and then you would start filling out your information. Once you finish that, it will send me an email to start putting your information in. And then I'll be in touch just to finish any last minute hookup so we can make sure it's as effective for you as possible. So that's kind of our little tour about what Regen Ben is and how to get into it, how to get involved, and how to get on the map. Yeah, if you have any questions or comments or other ideas for how we could use this map, feel free to reach out. It's kind of an early stage idea that we're super excited to see grow and blossom because we know it's been really needed in the regeneration movement. So thanks everyone for watching. Bye.